When light fades in Mumbai, India, the dark work of phone scammers begins. Calling Canadians to steal cash and personal information. This insider is about to let you in on the scam they're focused on most right now and how it targets you. Jayesh, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Jayesh Dubey is a whistleblower, a former worker who still has connections on the inside. I know you are in an area that can be dangerous. How many call centers are around you?
6 to 7 centers.
How many people have you seen going into those buildings as scammers?
Hundreds of people.
No problem with COVID? No problem with police? They just keep going?
No, not at all.
That building that you were showing me, how much money are they going to steal tonight?
I think maybe $70,000, $80,000.
$70,000 or $80,000 in one night?
Yeah, 110% sure.
Total amount, $27,100.
How is it those scammers are still tricking Canadians like this man out of thousands? Tell me how it all began.
It began at about between 8 and 9 a.m. I received a call.
From someone claiming she's with RBC's investigations department. He fears for his family's safety, so we're concealing his identity, calling him Ahmed.
And her words were that your entire ID has been stolen. And they have created a virtual credit card in my name.
It's called the Bank Investigator scam, and it's one of the most prolific, with more than $3 million stolen just last year. The caller may already have a lot of your personal information, claim your bank account has been hacked, and your identity stolen. That triggers Ahmed's alarm because he just watched this story about identity theft.
The Brampton family says they were shocked when thieves stole their identities and took out a $100,000 mortgage on their home.
Ahmed fears he'll be next, so he does what the so-called bank investigator tells him.
She said, do not talk to anyone, do not talk even to your wife. Maybe people from within RBC are also involved.
She says he needs to help the bank trap the thieves. She sends him to 8 stores, Shoppers, Rexall, Petro-Canada, and others to buy thousands of dollars in gift cards. Where does this money come from?
You see, first is coming from my credit card, $17,100, and another from a line of credit.
Tell me, you are recovering from cancer right now.
That's right.
What has all of this done to your well-being, your health? No, take your time.
It has shaken both of us.
This is something that can ruin and change someone's life for the worse.
Jennifer Ford Smith is a certified fraud examiner and anti-money laundering specialist. This is a huge amount of money for this guy. And it's money that isn't even really his. He's had to borrow it. So he's going to be paying for being a victim. He's going to be re-victimized every single time he makes a payment on that loan.
Sometimes with these scams, they can change day to day, and so it can be hard for the bank to keep up. But if they're overall creating awareness that the client needs to call in, double check with them, then the clients are less likely to lose money.
These fraudsters rarely get confronted after a steal, but we're about to try. This woman who scammed you, she's still been calling you.
Yes.
Do you mind if I call her?
Oh, why not?
All right, let's do it.
Hello,
Yes, hello. I'm trying to reach Christina, please.
whom I'm speaking with?
You're speaking with a journalist from CBC, Canadian Television, and I'm trying to understand why you keep stealing money from people. Why do you keep doing this?
Who told you that?
The people that you have stolen money from, the people you are stealing thousands of dollars from, why do you do that? She hangs up, not wanting to answer our questions. But back in India, whistleblower Jayesh reveals why the bank investigator scam is so successful. With that bank investigator scam, they're still targeting Canada?
Yeah,
Why?
because the data is available.
He says Canadians share a lot of personal info online, making it way easier to find targets and sound convincing. If you wanted to start a scam center today, Jayesh, how easy would it be?
I'll buy 5 systems, laptops, 1 server computer, okay? I'll hire 5 people. I'll buy leads. 1 number costs 2 rupees, okay?
So it's very cheap to get into the scam business.
Very cheap, very cheap. So in $2, I get 100 names, numbers, everything. Now, I'll give them to the people I've hired, okay? And they'll start dialing. And the game has started.
The unwitting players in that game are Canadians, being told their bank accounts, their identity is in danger. You want to see more warnings?
Absolutely. The buck stops at the banks.
This is a guy, though, who's wondering why, when he went to the bank, nobody said, Ahmed, you've never done this before. Are you being scammed?
That's a really good question, especially where someone's borrowing the funds. And at that point, that bank representative should have been asking him, are you comfortable with what you're using this for? Can we help you in some other way?
And what about specifically warning that there are scams out there doing just this?
Absolutely. But that's where we want the banks to be saying to customers, just to let you know, we've seen this type of thing before. If you're asked to send money and you feel pressured to send it to someone you've never met in person before, something's not lining up here. Let's all take a step back and really consider whether this is legitimate or not.
Canada's big banks are represented by the Canadian Bankers Association, and they tell us ultimately the customer is responsible. But they also say that bank staff are trained to ask probing questions if a customer makes an unusual transaction. And Ahmed's bank, RBC, says they have sophisticated monitoring systems and controls, and they can proactively contact clients to confirm certain transactions. Still, there is no requirement forcing banks to warn people like Ahmed, and he says no one did. Ahmed knows he'll likely never see his money again, but is glad just to be heard. Why are you sharing your story with us now?
Basically, to tell people that they should not walk into this kind of a trap.
We're going to keep investigating these phone scams, and we want to hear from you. Have you paid money to a scammer claiming that you have unpaid taxes or that your bank account has been hacked? Maybe a computer that needed a quick fix? Let us know. Marketplace@cbc.ca. We're going to stay on the case.